Hi and welcome back to the Tonebar channel. Okay, today we're going over a couple of topics, and today we're going to play this old, I call this my old road dog. This is an old Epiphone. I just put a Tonebar sticker on the headstock. It was an Epiphone PR 600, and it's been, neck's been broke. It's got a bone saddle. It's got a bone nut. And some old Schaller Les Paul tuners on it. So this has been on every beach in the country, and then it got so beat up and ragged up, I just sanded it down and shellacked it. I don't spray nothing. Anytime I refinish something, I don't never spray nothing. I shellac it. I French polish it. Okay, this is a what is it? 46 millimeter pick. One of the thinnest picks you can get. I tuned it up beforehand, but we're just gonna play some. I'm just gonna play E, A, and D, and let you hear what the guitar sounds like. It's a small body. It's almost like a parlor size. But you know, look at the shellac on there. It's just trying to cover up. It's getting the finish, you know, covered up. The body covered up, so it won't warp on me. So. The thin pick, 46 millimeter. We're gonna go to a 73 millimeter. So this is quite a bit heavier. And with the tone bar in your guitar, you get all this palm muting. And with the tone bar in your guitar, it creates acoustically amplified notes as per what the patent says. With this extra contact, see there's the contact all the way across there, you can hit this thing as hard as you want to and it just gets louder. It doesn't mush out. I think I knocked it out of tune. Okay, so that's a few things we're going to talk about. Now, in this episode, we're going to have Justin back to play this guitar at the end of this little short presentation. But what was causing that thing to sound like that is the tone bar. The tone bar is a different way of mounting your strings on your guitar. You get a bar all the way across the bottom of where the strings are mounted. Now, what you've been used to is your strings have been mounted with pins, and then the ball ends of the strings are just wedged up against the bridge plate, which after a few string changes eats up your bridge plate. Now, let me ask you this. I'm getting more and more information about what the tone bar does and the results of it as time goes by. And everything that comes in proves my concept. Now, why is it, riddle me this, Batman. Why is it that an acoustic guitar with this old pin system, why is it that the strings, all of the strings are connected to a single piece of metal? I don't care if it's an arch top guitar, they're all connected to the trapeze tailpiece. If it's a Les Paul, they're all attached to that bar stop piece at the bottom. If it's a, let's look around here, if it's a Gretsch and it's got a Bigsby on it, they all slip on that peg and they're all hooked to the thing. Every type of guitar, a Jazzmaster, an old Tiesco Del Rey, every guitar. The only guitar that all the strings aren't connected to the bridge is the acoustic guitar. You're stuck with each string is left to its own devices and just goes in there helter-skelter. Okay? With a tone bar, all your strings, this is a tone bar. This is the one that I just took off that other guitar. All your strings are mounted on all lined up together. Now look at that slight little bend in there. See that slight little bend? That's just the bend where it goes over the bridge. The strings, let's go to the diagram here. I hate to keep preaching on this because you're not understanding what this thing does. Here is a typical ball end on a regular acoustic guitar, which is what you got right here. Okay? With this right here, you're pinching, you're bending that ball end down here at the bottom to allow the wedge to come through, and you're smashing the string up against the wall of the hole, the pinhole, and then it's getting pinched right here at the top where it goes over the bridge, and that's where the string breakages happen. You're pinching, the string is being anchored from the top of the hole on your bridge. Now look over here to the other diagram with the tone bar. The tone bar is pulled up tight against the bridge plate, and then the string is at a straight angle, and then the only bend it has is bending over. The top of the hole just kind of breaks the angle just a little bit. It's not getting pinched up against there and then doing this. It's getting slightly, just eased to that angle, and then goes over the bridge. And then that's what you get here. This is the proof. Here's another proof. Where's that at? The strings, let me get this on here, right? The strings only have a slight bend where they go over the bridge at. They're not getting pinched and broken. Therefore, and maybe that's why I'm hearing a little silence here. When I tell people what this thing does, they go, huh. This has not been done. It's been done before, and I've heard, stories of somebody putting an Allen wrench in there and doing all that, but nobody has found the right material, the right size, and put it into a product for sale other than this right here, the tone bar. When you get a tone bar, you get this sticker for your guitar case. Now, I've had some inquiries about, oh, here it is, right here. These strings here was on my old Martin, and they are the same thing. These strings have been on that old Martin guitar for 2 years, and it still sounded good. It still sounded pretty good. Lost a little bit of luster, but 2 years with the same set of strings, not one string breakage. So what I'm telling you is, I'm making this bold claim that the tone bar prevents string breakage. Everybody that looks at this and freaks out, oh, well, what if I break the string? Well, what if you don't break the string? What if you went to your little gig, if you have a gig, and you went to your little gig and you didn't break a string? Wouldn't that be great? That's what's going to happen if you put a tone bar in your guitar, and get away from these stupid antique push pins that are just smashing. When you guys say that stuff, when all you guys start talking about breaking a thing, that's what you are right there. this is what you got on the brain. This is a bridge pin. That's what that's when you're talking about breaking strings and you're using pins, that's who you are right there, buddy. That's who you are. I made that especially for you. Okay, now I've had a couple of well, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. I tell people to go on to eBay and read the feedback. Now this is a recent feedback from an actual purchaser. I don't have no shills. I don't have time to do all that. Ain't nobody gonna. I'm not lying to you, and I don't want nobody lying for me, and I wouldn't even ask them. That's stupid. This is a real thing here. Okay, here's a guy that's just bought one. Says this product delivers as promised. It will increase sustain and projection of your instrument. These are made of brass, so a perfect choice. Brass is used in musical instruments such because it is a durable and malleable alloy of copper and zinc, which allows the intricate design and shapes that produces rich sounds. Additionally, brass is a good resistant to corrosion and is aesthetically pleasing, making it a popular choice for parts too. Better string balance, note-to-note separation, just killer. I just got it. Great product, very rapid response to all my questions, fast shipping, and fair pricing. It says it was as I imagine it will be a bit awkward to install because of the different than just installing a string. It did not change the voice of my guitar, but it did increase the volume and sustain. Is awesome. Do yourself a favor, try it. Okay. An excellent, better sounding replacement to bridge mounting system to replace a very archaic sounding sucking pin mounting system. Most guitarists can't help but notice the sound with this quite ingenious and simple mounting system. If you have informed delivery with the United States Postal Service, the shipment can be tracked. Great communication, very fast and arrival time. The Tonebar is definitely a noticeable difference. All right, hyperventilating here. Sound of the Tonebar is definitely noticeable, makes the guitar sound brighter. There should be a 10-star rating to this 10-star to this grade for this amazing and simple fix to every acoustic guitar. This little device is not a trick. It will increase the volume and quality of the sound of any guitar. I wished I could let you hear the sound of my lower small body because it's glorious now. I'm a luthier and a guitar maker, and I highly recommend the Tonebar. Everything he said is true. Item as described by seller and are excellent quality. Instructions and installation easy to follow. Simple concept, shipped very fast, and it works. I cannot say what I hear a glorious change in sound, but it is at least as good as bridge pins, but even did a complete comparison before and after and sent audios. Yes, it works fine, but yes, it works fine. Okay, relatively easy to install. The tone quality was surprisingly better, brighter, sounder, and longer sustain. Love the Tonebar better than pins. This is my second Tonebar purchase on my other acoustic. Love the sound and easy to install. I have it on my D16 and Ibanez V300. Thank you. The man may not be the jewel of YouTube. I've probably read this before. Dubious distinction though it may be, but he does not lie. If you have ever found pins annoying, trust me when I say I do not miss them and do not expect I will ever go back. This would be a smarter design, even if there was no difference in volume and tone. But there certainly is. I plan to put these in all my acoustics. Ordered 4 tone bars. It seemed legit to me, and the contact on the bridge plate I've only put in one of my guitars and was not disappointed. Brilliant, works fantastic, completely changed the sound of coming out of my guitar. Will purchase again. Nice to see such an innovation in the acoustic string process. It does positively impact the way the guitar sounds. It's not night and day, but definitely noticeable. Great product. Received item guitar sounds a lot more open with projected sound. Had a little issue with delivery. Did not have, the seller fixed that. Item as described, and does it sound a little better. Simpler than I imagined, easy to install, and did what it was supposed to do. Definitely improved the sound. I will not go back to bridge pins. I could read these over and over. There's over 150 of these. This thing works. The Tonebar works. It prevents string breakage. Okay. And I'm gonna make those bold claims because you can't prove me wrong. Buy one and do your own test. If you put a tone bar in your guitar, you will not break a string. It's a fact. Okay, now we're going to address the attention of some other things that we need to cover. There's been a lot of questions about pickups. Does the tone bar affect the pickup in your guitar? Hang on just a minute. Look at the diagram right here. Okay, now here is the tone bar. This is the bridge, the standard Martin bridge. And we'll take this pin and stick it in here just for illustration's sake. So we stuck the pin in there. Now here's where, okay, when you look at it this way, here's the pin, and here's where the saddle goes over here. Okay, and then this little hole right here is underneath the saddle. Okay, so if you got one of those under the saddle pickups, the tone bar is right here where I got the diagram. The tone bar is right here where the pin is. It goes right across the holes. It does not affect an under the saddle bridge at all. All you gotta do is when you get that first string on it, you gotta just move that wire out of the way and it'll go right in there. It's not no problem, it's not no big deal. I did about 10 of them. Now, I've had some other inquiries about this LR Bragg's Hi-Fi. Let's see. That's an LR Briggs Hi-Fi system. And as you can see, it's got 2 little microphones. Let me show you this. It's got 2 little microphones here and here, kind of centered, here and here. Got 2 little microphones. All right. See that this is a real bridge here. All right, so this thing's got 2 microphones with sticky stuff here and here. Now, if that wire, let's see on this one, if you'll notice, see it. On this one, there's that little bitty thing down there, and that's like a little wire retainer that they've stuck to the top to take those wires and clip them in there. Now, if you don't have that, if you didn't have that on there, I'm telling you how to go around this. If you didn't have that little clip pulling them wires up to the top and you had some space there, you could fish, you know, the tone bar would fish around there and go in there. Okay, but what I suggest when you install this is you install those two microphones on this side, on the back side, right behind the holes. Okay, instead of putting those sensors here and here, put them here and here, and then the tone bar. Then you can get the tone bar in through the sound hole, and it's going to make those transducers more powerful because it's getting more contact. Because what those are is microphones or contact microphones on that bridge plate. So when you got a tone bar in there and your bridge plate is really vibrating more, you're going to get more sound. So, but I suggest mounting those two sensors back here instead of right here. Put those those LR Braggs, the LR Braggs pickup sensors right behind on the back side. Okay, here's the guitar. Put it on the back side of the, and then you can get the tone bar in there and in and out without a problem, and it's going and those pickups sound good, but it's going to sound much better. Okay, that's the LR Braggs. All you need to do is just move those wires out of the way. You got a lot of wire here. Just move those wires out of the way, and you can pull that tone bar just right through there. You just kind of go around them, and then go around them and pull it back up through. Shouldn't be a problem, and you won't break strings. You won't break strings. I'm telling you. Now we're going to go to the K and K. This is the K and K system. It's a little better picture. My printer ran out of ink. That's a K and K system. Now here again, what we got is we got the sensors on the front side of the bridge. Okay, on the front side of the bridge, and that wire is not tethered down to the top, so you can bring that tone bar in. You can pull the string out. You know, put the string down in there and run it up through the hole. And when you bring that tone bar in there, you just pull it around underneath that wire and pull it up there like a ponytail. You can get the tone bar in there with these different systems, but I suggest you switch these sensors right behind the pins on the back side of the guitar. On the back side. Okay, now I want to show you something here. There's a difference. Now, see this? This is I think this is an Alvarez, an old busted up Alvarez. And this, see how wide that bridge plate is? See how much room you got there? That's like 1.5 inches. Okay, now see this is the cheap Mitchell. On this cheap Mitchell, you don't have that much room, but you still got room to put those 3 sensors right here. And with that tone bar in there, man, that thing will sound like $1 million. It'll sound whatever it sounded like. It will sound pretty doggone good. Okay, so what did we learn today? Pins cause the problem. Pins are causing your strings to break. I don't want to hear no talk about if you're breaking strings. If you're breaking strings, then you need to change the method of changing strings and put a tone bar in your guitar and quit breaking strings. It's a no-brainer. Because the definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over again and trying to get a different result. If you keep breaking strings and you keep using pins, then you're crazy. You get a tone bar, you will not break strings because the strings are coming at a different angle. The string is coming from the middle of the hole and just barely breaking over that sound hole. Where on this side with the pins in there, you're pinching the ball end down at the bottom and you're pinching it at the top because you're smashing it up against the wall of that sound hole, of that pin hole. It's about the angle. It's about the contact. You're not critically thinking about what's going on. And most people have no idea or haven't even thought about what their string mounting system looks like underneath their bridge. But lucky me, I worked on a bunch of junk guitars that the backs were all bashed off, and I'm familiar with, with the insides of them. Thank you to everybody that's bought a Tonebar. I really appreciate it. Ask your local guitar store if they carry Tonebars and why don't they? They're for sale on eBay and Reverb, and I've hit the mark. I'm over 200,000 hits on my YouTube channel. I got 2497 subscribers, and I'm not really trying to get subscribers. Please like it, because that helps, make it more popular. But I'm really not trying to be a YouTube star. I'm trying to sell Tonebars. This is the greatest new system to mount your strings that's come along in 100 years. This is it, people. This ain't no joke. The whole damn place is going up in smoke. Get a Tonebar. Thanks for watching, and take care of those that you love. Coming up next is Justin back playing this old Epiphone guitar. So thanks for watching. Get you a Tonebar today. You will not be disappointed, and you will not break a string. Thanks for watching. Take care of those that you love.
Tonebar test with guitar number 2.